Good morning, everyone. It's Pamela French from Authentic Relating Ottawa. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and here we are in these unusual times. And where I am right now here in Ottawa, the cats are all eager for attention and affection, and there's a lot of snow on the ground and it's chilly out, but my mom assures me that it's going to warm up this week and that things will melt. So I'm looking forward to that. We had an Authentic Relating Games night online last night for the first time, and I am over the moon excited about how it went, and the feedback and the experience of the people who joined. I call them my warriors for communication and conscious communication and connection. I feel like now more than ever it's so important to double down on the skills and the tools that help us build connection and that sense of feeling seen, heard, and valued as we are in the moment, no matter if we think we're being messy or ugly, but to really be seen and gotten. There's this feeling of being gotten that just can't be beat. Anyways, what I was thinking of sharing today was the concept of real versus imagined, because I'm not sure how much I have shared with you in games nights or whenever we've met before, but did you know that, good morning, Mike. Did you know that the mind does not know the difference between that which is real and that which is fully imagined? Let me say that one more time. The mind does not know the difference between that which is real and that which is imagined. And what that means is that when the mind is busy given a task of some kind, it will trigger reactions in the body as though whatever is happening is actually happening. They've done studies on this. They've given people a simple piano scale to play for 5 days straight and measured the reactions and the patterns that get built in the brain. And then they've given the same people the task of imagining that they're practicing those scales for 5 days straight. And the same things, the same neural patterns, the same pathways, the same things get built in the mind. For the people who are imagining practicing the piano scale as the same as the people who are actually physically practicing the piano scale. They've done other studies where people imagine themselves playing tennis and their muscles actually build the same kind of strength and patterning as people who play tennis. And you'll hear stories from all over the world. I mean, Dr. Joe Dispenza is a famous one, sitting in his hospital bed, literally using his mind, training his mind to repattern his vertebrae and avoid having some rod stuck up his spinal column. And instead healing himself. And now he walks freely and shares this magic with the world. And I call it magic because it happens in the unseen. It's not like baking a cake where you have some ingredients that you see and you can touch and you can taste and you add them together and voila, you have a cake. I call it magic because it's all happening in our mind, in the unseen, in things that we can't touch, taste, see, or smell or feel. But that was one of the reasons why the Authentic Relating Games night online last night was still so powerful, because our minds have this amazing capability to visualize, especially if we have a point of reference. So my invitation to us here today is to pick something that you want to train your mind to play with, to imagine, so that you can have a felt sense in your body of what that is like. Because your mind will take your body there whether you are there or not. And it will trigger all of those same chemical reactions and processes that it would as if you were there. And in this time where we can't physically be with one another or hugging people in the way that we like to hug people, or eye gazing, inches apart from each other, developing connection that way. Now is the time for us to grow these skills in our mind and to watch how it bears fruit in our bodies. And I don't know about you, but once my body has that chemical reaction of feeling safe or heard or seen or loved or valued, my day is a delightful day to live when I've had that experience. And just because we can't be with each other in person doesn't mean we can't have that experience now. So let's go on a little trip, shall we? With our minds. I'm imagining what it feels like to float. I love floating on the Gatineau River in the summertime, in the late afternoon after a hot day where I've been sweating and working hard and out in the sun, and I'm ready for that refreshing chill of diving into the river and the exertion of walking to the river and getting there, and then realizing that I get to let all of that exertion go. And right after I've finished diving, all I need to do is surrender and let my body float. And my arms are outstretched wide, and I'm in a star shape of some kind, and the sunset is beaming down on my body, and I can hear the sounds of the river because my ears are generally speaking underwater. There's a silence and a hum that happens. It's like the noise of the world is tuned out and I'm tuned into the sound of nature. And I can hear my breathing so profoundly, how the air moves through my body. I begin to take slower, deeper breaths. And I can feel as though my systems are slowing down. And there's this wave of relaxation that comes over my entire being. And suddenly I am so present to my thoughts and my body. And it's as though those are the only two things in this very moment. And my focus gets super honed in. And I breathe, and I float, and I float, and I breathe. I've lost track of time. I no longer even know that time exists. I could be halfway down the river, carried by the current. It matters not. I float, and I breathe, and I breathe, and I float. How are you feeling? From when we started a couple of minutes ago, where are you at now? How is your mind, your breath, your body? Are you floating with me on the Gatineau River? It is my sincere hope that you choose something that's fun for you to think about today, and to think of all the ways in which your body is when you are doing that activity or an activity of not doing. Thank you so much. I wish you a delightful day too. May you have fun with this. It's meant to be fun. At least that's my belief. enjoy taking your mind on a trip and allowing it to infuse your body with the resulting chemicals and reactions. And let me know how it goes. I wish you all a wonderful day.